When you're sad and blue and everything is putting you down, you know the world keeps spinning around. You know you're not alone.
Yes, with MS, the world keeps spinning around, but you're not alone. Welcome to the 10 Minutes for MS podcast, in which we share information about MS in just 10 minutes.
In this episode, I'm glad to welcome Dr. VaraLakshmi, an Ayurvedic doctor.
Hello, Dr. VaraLakshmi. How are you? And welcome to 10 Minutes for MS podcast.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm good.
It's a great honor to have you here. Finally, we are talking about Ayurvedic treatment and multiple sclerosis, which is kind of also a very hot topic, and people want to know more about Ayurveda. In fact, Ayurvedic treatment for multiple sclerosis is considered to re-energize the nervous system and strengthen the person as they were before the diagnosis. So what do you think, doctor, about this statement? And do you think that Ayurvedic treatment can help people with MS?
Absolutely. So, several conditions for that matter, chronic and as well as things which affect our nervous system. There are specific set of treatments in Ayurveda, which we call them panchakarma. So these are considered as some of the best treatments. Pancha means 5, karma means procedures or therapies. Okay. These are like the deep cleansing therapies that are going to help us to remove anything that is deep seated inside our body, especially because we talk a lot about doshas and then ama, which are considered as pro-inflammatory material. And inflammation is the first thing associated with conditions like, multiple sclerosis, I believe. And even I work with clients who have MS, and they have a pretty good prognosis if we combine the allopathic medicine or treatments they're taking along with this panchakarma treatments once or twice a year. They have very good improvement in their symptoms. Even for people who are in a advanced stage, they can see much good results.
All right, that's wonderful. So what do you think that if a person who has MS is actually on any kind of DMT or any other kind of treatment, can they take the treatment and Ayurvedic treatment together, or it has to be one of them?
No, absolutely. You can take them together. It depends upon which kind of DMTs again, which ones you are taking. But generally, whenever we are giving Ayurvedic therapies and then herbs or medicines, we are always looking for herb interactions. So we wouldn't be recommending anything that's going to interact with the medicine that you are taking. We'll be approaching it in a safe way, very safe protocol to ensure that it doesn't cause any, obstruction to the treatment ongoing with your allopathic doctor.
Okay.
So this is like a approach of two systems working together in, to help the patient to have a better life, basically.
All right. And doctor, what do you think, how is Ayurvedic treatment different from the other treatment options available? Nowadays, we have like allopathy and homeopathy and naturopathy, and then we have Ayurvedic. So how it is different, and why should one opt for it?
So it is like Ayurveda is different because the word itself says it is a holistic Indian medicine, to be honest. But the Ayurveda, Ayu means life, Veda means science. Ayurveda talks about not only the preventive care, from the moment you wake up, what are the things that you need to do to help strengthen your body in several different ways. Yeah. And Ayurveda goes deep into a person's behavior, incorporating discipline, things which are going to help for your health. And we not only do the diet lifestyle, but we also, include medicines as well. It is like a multi-system approach, that if you take naturopathy, they'll be doing lifestyle changes or things like that. Allopathy, mostly doing symptomatic treatments and all. So every system has its own merits and demerits. But when it comes to Ayurveda, what we are trying to do is we are looking at each and every person as an individual, personalized medicine. So we look at you, and then we take into consideration what is your prakriti, the dosha body types, and then what is your vikruti, which is the imbalance. So it gives us a very deep understanding of the person, and we treat the person, not the, like the symptom or the disease, but we are actually creating a balance in that person who
Okay.
is having this disease. So this is the main difference between Ayurveda and other systems of medicine.
So, doctor, do you also recommend some kind of lifestyle changes along with Ayurvedic treatment?
Absolutely. So for every disease we take, we always recommend certain daily rituals. For example, for a condition like multiple sclerosis, MS, because it is to do with nervous system, regularly doing abhyanga or applying warm oil on your body is going to be very, very helpful. You can just use something like sesame oil, which is widely available all over the world, and you just apply it every day before you take bath. But this is going to stimulate that nervous system. This is going to help you, the muscle, because you also suffer with a lot of muscle pain as well and spasms as well. For all those things, this simple abhyang of applying oil on your body for anyone, who is having MS is going to change. So such simple things that we incorporate, but we do have to tell you a lot of, diet, lifestyle, and as well as the medicine.
That's really interesting, actually. So, one more question is that is Ayurvedic treatment safe for everyone, and especially people with autoimmune diseases?
So yes, it is absolutely, Ayurvedic treatments are absolutely safe, and the medicines are very effective. Only one thing, there is a fine line between, because when people are approaching a natural system of medicine, they think that because it is natural, they can self-prescribe themselves. They can read about something through a WhatsApp message or something online, and they start go taking that herbs. But Ayurveda never recommends such practice. Even in the first, the moment we start studying, they say that you have to use your knowledge and wisdom to give medicine to the patient. You cannot encourage, anyone to self-prescribe. But if you are doing such thing, yes, Ayurvedic medicine will have side effects, because you don't know what you're taking it for. Especially it is a personalized medicine. Even two people with same symptoms, same MS problem, we might give different treatments and different medicines for them, because we are treating the person, yeah, not the condition or the disease, but we are looking at that person as a whole, and looking at the imbalance he or she is having in his environment, the social, mental, everything, all these factors we take into consideration, and then we treat. Yeah. So it's important that, you should not be self-prescribing or taking these herbs.
Very well said, because we understand, if someone has any kind of problem, whether it's just sneezing or a little bit of pain or numbness or anything, the first thing people do is pick up your phone and Google and just take anything that comes there, which is very
Absolutely,
harmful.
symptomatic treatment, yeah. So, or like looking at the herbs. Yes, these herbs are very effective for someone who is very healthy and all. It may not cause any problem. 90% of the time, it may not have any problem. But that 10% of the time, when you don't know, and you take something, it can cause something fatal as well. So that is why self, like medicating is one of the bad things, and Ayurveda doesn't encourage that.
Right. Doctor, my last question to you would be about gut health. How does Ayurveda help in gut health? Because it's seen that gut health really relates a lot to MS patients.
Absolutely. Inflammation as a procedure is linked to our gut health. Nowadays even the research is saying that if you have some problem with your gut, then that is the place where the initial inflammation might have started and it has spread to different organs and stuff. So anyone in general, what Ayurveda says is like the Hippocrates says all diseases begin in the gut, but Ayurveda says mandagni. Mandagni means having very low digestive strength or digestive fire is the root cause of all the diseases. So if someone is having a trouble in their digestive system, regularly having problems to do with their bowel movement, like energy levels or constipation, any of these symptoms, first thing that they should be focusing on is to improve their gut health. Even in the patients and people I work with, I always go to the gut and then fix their gut, and they will have overall improvement of other symptoms as well, because our immunity, emotions, everything is related to gut, right? So it's very important that you take the gut as the centerpiece when you are actually trying to become a healthier version of yourself.
Thank you so much, Doctor, for all your time. And all I can say, when you said that Ayurveda treats the person, not just the condition, which is really a very, very strong statement. And that's the reason why one can trust Ayurvedic treatments. And yes, do not self-prescribe yourself. Thank you so much, Doctor, for all your time. It was such a wonderful and knowledgeable session today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, warriors, for being with us. I hope you found this session useful. We will be back again next week with another informative session. So, don't forget to subscribe and reserve just 10 minutes for MS.
No, you're not alone.